Your dress is like for an older lady and very black. Okay. This means that the person who lived here was probably in mourning. Look at this wardrobe in this bed. It seems like only yesterday we brought them home, but now the little one is grown up and moved on from this crib to a much bigger bed. Time truly flies when you watch them grow, and this nursery furniture is now just a memory of those early infant days as they move to the next stage. That bed, which is also a small bed, well, and this is where I started recording the video, in this sort of little living room that has a very old piano and we can see above. A fan like those from another era too. Look at this little living room here. The dining room, so to speak. Well, I have no idea what this is. This looks like a nuclear symbol. And it has a grate here. And it's a metal suitcase. I have no idea. I can't even guess. The thing is, this opens and closes. This is the carving on the cabinets that you saw. It's a little bird looking up like this, and it's the same. And check out this detail for opening the drawer. And up there, they have dragons. Honestly, cabinets made of this kind of wood, carved with so much detail, I just love them. Now, let's go upstairs. As always, being very careful. You never know how stable these stairs are gonna be, so it's better to be careful. Wow, how beautiful! So look at the detail on the bed. There's a small old little wooden mirror that is completely broken. But it's still there. The only thing is, in this room, the bed didn't really match at all, but that's what the sofas were for, right? To kind of go with the bedspread they had. Look, let's go this way and see. Well, okay. A kneeler right there in the middle of the bed with the cross. Alright, over here we can see the floor is in pretty bad shape. I know from other videos you think I'm gonna walk over everything, but not here because I can already see the hole. The only thing I'm gonna show you there? Well, maybe if I go this way. Alright, I'm gonna try it. Nope, this is just a tiny little room. With the typical mattress that I think from the 1920s to around the 1970s was the only mattress they sold. Because seriously, everywhere you go, there's this same mattress in the same color. I find it super interesting. It's everywhere, literally everywhere, this mattress. Look, here you can clearly see how high this place is. I promise you it's between 4 and 5 meters tall, more or less. I'm not exaggerating, because I think I could fit in here 3 times, one on top of the other. Check out this room, how cool is this? Look how hard it's raining, guys. It's crazy. You can't see it well because the drops falling here are from the ceiling, but in the background, it's really coming down. Check out this sheet music. There's no date on it, I checked, but it's a magazine. Well, a book of sheet music. Look at the details they have here. Or rather, they had, because everything's pretty worn out. But it's a shame because everything's kind of been vandalized. Like, they've opened the drawers, taken things out, probably taken a bunch of stuff with them. Look, a pair of scissors here. Super rusty scissors. And here, I don't know if it'll say. It says Marseille, Paris. An adjustable wrench with a measuring tape stuck to it. Look, now they make one piece. The measuring tape they used back in the day to measure for sewing clothes and stuff. This here's a rosary. Yeah, this was a rosary. This here was a rosary, so let's put it back where it was and see what's in this one. Oh, look, in this tiny room inside, there's still things hanging up. Wow, with a huge spider web there. It looks like it used to be a little workshop from what I can tell. There's another door right over here, or is it just me? Wait. Oh, this place seriously gives me the creeps. Okay, I say it gives me the creeps because if you look, most of the clothes left here are like old lady dresses, and they're really black. This means that the person who lived here was probably in mourning. Because back in the day, when a close relative died, even a husband maybe, the woman had to wear black until she passed away. And here we can see there are a lot of black dresses. Ugh, this is so creepy. And then inside the underwear. A lot of underwear, but it's really, really old. You can tell people don't wear this anymore. And they're corsets. This is the shoe. Okay, look at the size of this dress shoe. Like, back in the day, it's true that women had smaller feet, right? But look at this. It's about the size of my hand. The shoe is super tiny, and it's a dress shoe. Okay, I said this was a workshop, but I think it's actually a vanity or a chest of drawers. Okay, yeah, well, I don't know. It would be like... Let's see. Oh, it's still super thick, huh? Oh my gosh, over here. Oh my gosh. Hey, look at this mirror. It doesn't even have a reflection. And look, before I go upstairs, there's a picture here of a Benedict. And over there, there's another small separate room, but I think this one doesn't have a bed. Well, actually, it does have a bed. All of them, like I told you in another video, completely lacked any form of central heating in these places, so they used stoves. Here's one of them, and just imagine how incredibly freezing it must have been in these places, mainly because of how massive the castle is and the impressive height of the ceilings in these rooms. Now let's go upstairs. All right, let's go up. Upstairs. I have to confess, I've already been up there, okay? I went with Jesus to see what was on the upper floor, and there's a huge surprise because it totally blew my mind. I've never seen anything like it in any abandoned place, and it's the last room over there. I'll show you now. Damn, what's happening? I don't know what's going on with me. This has never happened to me before. I was about to go into that room and I started to feel like I couldn't breathe. Now I can. And I just couldn't catch my breath. It was like I suddenly couldn't breathe. But it felt like a really heavy weight right here on my chest. Never in my life, never has this happened to me. It even scared me. I had to stop. If it happens again, I'm not going in. But anyway, I'm gonna record. Okay, it seems like I can now. I'm fine. I don't know. It was just super weird. Check out this room. There were bathtubs in 2 sizes, both for adults and for kids, and a little bed with a desk. And the whole floor is covered with newspapers. Notice that it's not even the creepiest one, or the most. Damn, I don't know. Seriously, I feel like my heart's racing. But I'm really nervous here in this room. Let's see here. Oh, okay, it actually does open up. Whoa, that's cool. Okay, this one does feel a bit more creepy. This is the tower, I think. Okay, no, I'm not gonna get any closer here. There's a chair over there. I'm gonna leave this room because honestly, I'm really not getting a good vibe here. I don't feel good here. Look, it's pretty. I mean, I think it's pretty. It's got its bathtub there, the baby's bathtub. I don't know what's wrong with me here. And a lot of newspapers, tons of newspapers. Back in 1952. They're all from around that same time period, I would imagine, right? 1925. Back in 1933, there is something incredibly strange and specific that I am noticing right at this moment. Have you ever actually noticed that every single one of these old newspapers is folded in exactly the same peculiar way? And we're talking about newspapers from 1920 all the way to 1920 to 52 to 53. And I swear, I'm getting goosebumps, okay? I have to record this. I'm freaking out. I've got goosebumps. I swear. I mean, my heart is racing right now. It's not like I'm scared or anything, really. If I check my pulse right now, it'd be through the roof. Seriously, never in my life. In all my urban exploring, this is a first. I'm leaving this room and closing the door because I don't think it's my... I don't know, I'm just I've been left feeling weird, honestly. I don't even feel like recording anymore, but oh well. I don't know, damn, I'm gonna try to just move on from it. Here we've got a library with a bunch of really old books. And I'd actually seen this one before when I came upstairs, just like the ones I'm gonna show you at the end. But I have to say that the one I went into earlier, where I got super anxious, I hadn't been in before. And, well, now I'm feeling a bit better. It's just like I said, I'm still a little freaked out. I don't know. Here we've got another room with a huge trunk and another bed. Just look at how many rooms there were. The trunk is probably empty. That tiny little bed was actually really adorable and quite cute. Wouldn't you agree with me on that? Look, there are just tons of different newspapers. Look, speaking of black clothes earlier, here's the black jacket. Over here. And now I'll show you the one on the right, which is honestly the coolest one to me. It's got a little bed. Check out the beautiful details on the singer. There, it has like another kind of... Oh no. Whoa, this is a jacket, and it looks like a bullfighter's jacket. Right? Now I'm gonna show you the one I mentioned earlier, which I think is super cool because of what's inside. Check this out, that one over there. Look at that crib. Besides how huge the room is. A crib that still rocks in a kind of strange way, but it still rocks. And right there, it had a spot to hang toys or any little thing to keep the baby entertained. And look, I mean, I don't know, I've never seen a crib like this before. It's like a little net, but of course they put this mattress on it, which is made of straw. It's a straw mattress. On a little net. I mean, it's pretty uncomfortable, I think. This was the pillow, look. The little pillow and the bed. There was a little black vest for a small child. It's a little vest. Well, not for a baby, but for a kid about 8 years old or so. It's a black vest that was here. Man, what strange things there are. And this thing we have here, this is like something from a museum. Here, they would put hot coals, okay? And then put this inside a quilt. The coals wouldn't burn the quilt, and it would heat up the whole bed. You had to be careful so the coals didn't jump out. I've seen this in museums used to heat beds, and now I find it here, abandoned. How curious. Then, I suppose the little one went from this crib to that bed, which is also a small bed. Kinda like a crib, but maybe for when they were 3 or 4 years old, so they wouldn't fall out of bed. But it's really still a little crib. Years ago, it would have been so common to hear that crying, and now there's just an endless silence. Here we have little Jesus, and you can see all his photos on the Instagram profile I'm going to share with you right now. Every abandonment feels different. No matter how many places we visit, each has a unique atmosphere. As you saw here, one room really got to me. Nothing like that had ever happened to me before. That feeling of heaviness in my chest, my heart racing, feeling like I couldn't breathe. And as soon as I left the room, everything went back to normal. I'm not someone who believes in paranormal phenomena, honestly, but even so, my gut tells me that something happened in that room and it wasn't anything good.